Hello there, Sully here, the retired tanker yanker. Welcome to Three Chords and the Truth. And the truth is, you need to subscribe to my channel. Why, you ask? Well, because it's free. It'll make you feel good. It'll make me feel good too. And be sure to drop a like and maybe share this video. And if you have a comment, I'd be happy to hear it. Okay, I can hear you now. What, another Stan Rogers song? Well, maybe it's because I can't get enough of Stan Rogers, you think? Can't get enough of his music, and it does deserve to be shared. Now, I can't be 100% sure. I haven't done this song before on my channel, but I don't remember if I did or not. I don't think so. But if I did, and you have proof, share it in the comments section. And this is not an original song by Stan. Remember, he was a singer-songwriter, which means he interpreted the music of other artists as well as performing his own stuff. About the song, The Witch of the Westmorland. It's a haunting and evocative ballad, which was penned by the Scottish folk musician Archie Fisher back in the 1970s. And it carries the cadence and mystique of ancient folklore, but it's a modern composition that draws heavily on traditional British ballads formed and myths formed throughout the centuries, all that imagery. Now, Stan Rogers popularized the song with his powerful rendition on the 1979 live album Between the Breaks Live. The ballad tells the story of a wounded knight bearing a Rowan shield, which was a traditional symbol of protection against enchantment. And as he lies near death, various creatures inform him that only the Witch of the Westmoreland can heal his wounds, or Witch of the Westmoreland, if you're using Archie's Scottish pronunciation, which Stan did. But the knight embarks upon a quest through misty landscapes in the Lake District, guided by his hawk and his hounds, and trying to find this witch. Upon locating the witch, who initially appears as a centaur-like figure, he's healed through her mystical powers and a night of intimacy, of course. And by morning, he rises fully restored, now invulnerable to harm. As the witch declares, there is none can harm the knight who's lain with the witch of the West Maryland. I'm not getting ahead of myself there. Stan's rendition of the song is notable for its dynamic musical arrangement and emotive delivery. He adapted Fisher's original lyrics by modernizing the language and condensing certain verses to make the story a little bit more accessible to a North American audience. Rogers' version emphasizes the song's dramatic arc, using various musical textures to highlight each segment of the narrative. And the song is rich in symbolism, drawing from the Celtic and British folklore. The Rowan shield, of course, signifies protection against magic. Goldenrod, used by the witch for healing, is associated with health and vitality. Nowadays, it's just associated with allergies, but we're talking about myth and legend here. The knight's journey can be interpreted as a rite of passage, a spiritual quest, or a metaphor for transformation through love and magic. The witch herself embodies the archetype of the mystical feminine, a healer, if I may, who operates beyond the bounds of conventional mortality. The Witch of the Westmoreland has been covered by various artists, including Barbara Dixon and Kate Rusby, each bringing their own unique interpretation to the song. Archie Fisher also wrote a sequel to the song titled The Return, which was performed by an American band called the Waybacks, and it explores the knight's later life and his enduring connection with the witch. Okay, so this is a modern composition. It's a song with timeless quality, and it has a rich tapestry of mythic elements that have cemented its place in the folk tradition, captivating audiences with its blend of romance, magic, and transformation. So without further ado, here's my take on Witch of the Westmoreland, or Witch of the Westmoreland, however you want me to say. But regardless, I hope you like it. feasted on the meal, saying by water cold and clear will never clean your wounds. There's none but the witch of the Westmorland can make me hail and soon. So turn your stallion's head. Its red mane flies in the wind, and the rider of the moon goes by, and the bright star falls behind. And clear was the pale moon when shadow passed him by. Below the hills were the brightest stars when he heard the owl cry, saying, "Why do you ride this way? Wherefore came you here? You see the witch of the Westmorland dwells with the winding mere, and it's weary by the hill's water and the misty gray fern way, till through the top of the turks that past the winding water lay." He said, "Lie down the brindle house, rescue the grey hawk, and me my steed may graze thy hill, for I must dismount and walk. But come when you hear my horn, and answer swift the call, for I fear the sun will arrive this morn, you will serve me best of all." And it's down to the water's brim, he's borne the rowing shield, and the golden rod he has cast in to see what the lake might yield. And when rose she from the lake, fast asleep when she would have the form of a maiden fair with a jet black mare's body, and loud, long, shrilly blew, till the steed was by his side. High overhead the grey hawk flew, as swiftly he did ride, saying, "Horse, well, ye brindle hounds, fetch me the jet black mare, smooth and straight ye good grey hawk, bring me the maiden fair." She said, "Pray sheathe thy silvery sword, and down the rowing shield, for I see by the briny blood that flows you've been wounded in the field." She stood in a gown of velvet blue, bound round with a silver chain. She kissed his pale lips once and twice, and 3 times round again. She's bound his wound with a golden rod, full of lust in her arm he lay, and he has risen hale and soon with the sun high in the day. She said, "Run your brindle hounds at you, and the good grey hawk in hand, there's none can harm the neighbours me with the witch of the Westmorland." Ah, Stan Rogers, Canada's own, the deep-voiced bard of the rugged north, who could make you cry about a fishing boat or fall in love with a dry stone wall. He was a master of storytelling through song, turning tales of Canadian history, working class life, farmers, oil rig workers, and sailors into powerful resonant ballads. I won't get into too much of biographical information here because I've already done a bio tribute to Stan, and you can go see that. I didn't perform a song on that. I used some of Stan's music on it. But If you're not, you should know the story of Stan Rogers by now. And if you don't, it's all there on the internet. Just go look it up. But Stan's music blends folk traditions with a distinctly Canadian perspective. Well, he wrote songs about the maritime provinces, especially Nova Scotia, which was his family home, working class struggles, farmers, miners, sailors, oil rig workers, Canadian history and folklore, and most especially resilience in the face of adversity. He had a way of making the local folks feel universal, like a musical version of a weathered lighthouse, rooted, essential, and a beacon for those in stormy waters. And though his life was tragically cut short, Rogers left behind a rich discography and an enormous influence on Canadian folk music. His songs were taught in schools, belted out at festivals, and sung around campfires from coast to coast, both in Canada and here in the United States. I know because I have sung Stan Rogers songs around campfires here in the United States. Every year in Canso, Nova Scotia, the Stan Fest is held, which is a yearly tribute to his legacy. And at the end of the show, everybody gets up and sings the Mary Ellen Carter. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Remember, like, subscribe, share, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And for Three Chords and the Truth, I'm Sully, the retired tanker yanker. Safe and happy travels.